Okay.
videos and all.
Yeah. Quick question here.
Okay.
What would you tell the average Joe sitting at home right now, driving by in a car that thinks this has nothing to do with them?
Well, what I would say to them is, if they don't vote, then they're probably correct. But if they're if they do exercise their right to vote, excuse me, it's very cold all day. If they are the kind that are exercising their right to vote, they should know that their vote currently does not count equally with that of the CEO of corporations like Exxon or Monsanto or any of those organizations. And that what we are trying to do is take that power back so that the power is back in the hands of the people instead of the people with the money.
I'm not really missing the power because I'm comfortable. You know, I have a nice car, I have a nice house, I got a flat screen TV. Why is everyone so worked up? Why aren't we just sitting home watching Survivor and chilling out?
Well, because number one, not everybody's as fortunate as you or I are. I'm much in the same situation. I'm pretty comfortable myself, but I see a very, very urgent need to stop this to be a growing problem, because there are a lot of people that are not as well off as we are, and they are losing the ability to correct that situation. They are losing their voice. They are losing their right and ability to change things. And if this is going to be a true democracy, we need to have those people represented equally as alongside the CEO of Exxon or Monsanto or any of those other corps, like I say.
There's a phenomenon that when enough people, a big enough part of society is in a dire situation, eventually it kind of comes back to me in one way or another. Like employment drops off, crime elevates, a bunch of people get sick, that sort of thing. Can you see ignorance or neglect of this situation, of the opportunity to act now? Can you see it going in that direction to where eventually me on my nice sofa will be affected by not caring what goes on here today?
I mean, I would say there are a lot of people, already in that situation, but yeah, if this keeps escalating, we keep losing the ability to have a voice in what goes on Capitol Hill, then at some point we're all going to be on our couches wondering where our voice went, and we're going to wonder why gas prices are as high as they are and nobody's doing anything about it. We're going to be wondering why we can't grow our own food anymore and nobody can do anything about it. We're going to be wondering why nobody can afford health care or education in the country, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it because the corporations have basically locked out the ability to change any of those things.
But we empowered the corporations. I mean, we pretty much set them up to be where they are now. And we don't pose a threat to them. They think that, they are of the mind that, okay, we have the money, we're fine. Why would a corporation listen to what a bunch of disgruntled people say?
That is a very good question, actually. We're hoping to, number one, try to find an answer to that by doing these meetings together. And I would say that the corporations themselves, a lot of corporations are benign. They're not actually causing the problem, but a lot of them really do have an agenda that is negatively impacting the rest of the country. Those organizations need to be kept in check, and we need to make sure that everybody's voice is heard equally.
So we unite our voices. You think we could eventually make corporations accountable?
I think the first thing we need to do is, one of the main talking points we have in this particular group, in DC specifically, is the overturning of the Citizens United decision, which says that these corporations have the ability to funnel unlimited amounts of money into campaign finances without any real accountability or transparency to it. Number one, we need that transparency. We need to know who is funding these decisions that are going on in the Hill. We need to limit the amount those people can contribute to campaign financing, because we need to end the idea that politics is a money-making, career lifestyle. Politics is supposed to be about representing people, and if you're not in this business to represent people, we want you off the Hill.
So basically, the corporations and the politicians have this romance that's going on, and the people are not in that love triangle.
There are a lot of people that are in that triangle, but I would say the majority are not. And hopefully enough people start to hear this message and realize that they're not part of the discussion and that they are losing their voice, and maybe they want to make that voice heard. So hopefully they'll join us.
Thank you very much. That was awesome.